Perfect. Perfect.
Yo, what is good, Sixers Nation? Welcome on in, man. Another day, another show, more news, NBA free agency. One of the best times of the year, man. Things are heating up. Progression, advancements, James Harden working on a contract extension, Kyrie Irving to Philadelphia. We will break it all down as we always do. Welcome on in, Philly Take with RB. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but we got it worked out, man. Appreciate everybody rocking with me. I need y'all to hit the like. Hit the like for your boy, man. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. You guys have been killing it. Hit that bell, man. You don't want to miss any of the videos or live streams coming up. We got you covered, man. Once again, welcome on in. Philly Take with RB, Sunday evening edition. Happy holiday weekend. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope you guys are enjoying your holiday. And appreciate everybody for coming through here tonight. Just wanted to hop on for a little live stream, talk about some of the news and the rumors going on. We have some things to discuss. And as always, we will get to your phone calls later on in the show. If you want to call in 508-924-3784. Couple things I need from you guys. First and foremost, go ahead and follow the Instagram page. Here's the Instagram page, man, at Philly Take with RB. We're growing over there. Go follow us on Instagram, man. Stay updated with the coverage. And follow me on Twitter at RB Philly Take. Been connecting with you guys over there, talking, chatting it up. Lots to go around, man. We just hit 3,000 followers. Appreciate everybody tapping in on Instagram and Twitter. If you guys want to support the channel, never required, but there are multiple ways to do so. Send in a super chat, Venmo, Cash App, become a channel member. All of those links down below in the description. Appreciate everybody for coming through and supporting what we are trying to do here. It's been a good week of shows, man. You guys have been killing it. The callers have been bringing the energy, and I think we have some good ones in line today because, boy, are there some things to talk about. 160 people up in the chat, guys. Hit that thumbs up. Once again, I apologize for the technical difficulties. It happens sometimes when you're trying to run a one-man show, but we got it all worked out. We are good. Hopefully you guys can hear me good. And yeah, man, welcome on in. Hope everybody's doing well. So we have two main things to discuss today, man. We have two main things going around the NBA sphere, okay? Two main things. Now, first and foremost, Shout out to my guy Seth Rowe in the chat. Member for 17 months. Members stand up in the chat, man. Seth Rowe, member for 17 months, says, pray all is well, RB. Sixers looking real exciting. We're making the improvements, man. We're making the upgrades. And shout out to Seth Rowe with the $2 donation. Appreciate you, my guy. Says, do not want cancer, Kyrie, RB. Happy 4th tomorrow. Happy 4th to everyone out there celebrating. We will get into it, Seth. But I hear you, man. I hear you. And Aaron Cabbage, another great channel member, coming in and supporting the channel with a $5 super chat. He says, I will only take Kyrie for Thibault, Korkmaz, and a 2027 second. Anything more is too much. I like how specific the deal is. Thibault, Korkmaz, and a 2027 second. I think that's all we have at this point anyway. But yeah, man, we will break it down. Appreciate everybody being in the house. Shout out to the members. Seth Rose says, like the stream. Guys, hit that like button for your boy, man. Hit that like button. Let's go. Appreciate everybody coming through, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. Don't know why the little super chats. Shout out to my guy Dancing. Don't know why the little line showing up like that. I have to work on that. You guys are coming with a bunch of support. We have a lot to talk about. Sean Quigg, member for 14 months. Another great channel member. He says, I'm satisfied with the roster as it is now. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the chat. Are you interested in making any more big moves? Do you think this Sixers roster is content? Can we compete? I want all your thoughts down there in the comments section. And shout out to Sean. And also shout out to Beloved and Beautiful. Another great channel member says, keep working. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Appreciate everybody supporting the channel as always. Like I said, guys, some big things coming here on the show, but need you guys to keep rocking with it, man. You guys have been killing it all week. The callers have been great. Can't wait to hear from you guys later on in the show. All right, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. 253 in the house. Hit that like button. We have some things to discuss. So yesterday, it is being reported by Chris Haynes that James Harden is meeting with the Sixers in the Hamptons. He met yesterday with the ownership group. He was in the Hamptons, a little fancy wine and dine, perhaps. Maybe watching the fight with Michael Rubin present. Daryl Morey, Sixers ownership, having maybe a nice little buffet and a nice glass of wine, talking about some contract negotiations. Obviously, you know, James Harden declined his player option and is looking for a contract extension. He helped us this year by taking less, and it is being reported that he'll probably get somewhere in the range of $35 to $38 million this upcoming season. But he is looking, you know, for probably a 3-year contract extension. And those talks occurred yesterday in the Hamptons, maybe in a nice little fancy dinner style. Maybe at Michael Rubin's crib. Maybe they're trying to get it done. So anyway, those negotiations went down yesterday. This was yesterday being reported by Chris Haynes. In addition to that, John Clark of NBC says that James Harden, his representatives, and PJ Tucker and his representatives are meeting with the Sixers. That's once again coming yesterday in the Hamptons. So maybe PJ Tucker's there having a good time. Who knows? Maybe they got the whole squad up in there enjoying a nice little night out at the Rubin's crib, swimming, hanging, chilling. And John Clark says that James and his rep will finalize his contract with the Sixers hopefully this weekend. Well, time check, it's 6:30 Eastern here on the East Coast, July 4th Eve, and we still don't have any update. Now, if we get an update, let me know in the chat while we're up on here. That would be pretty cool, huh? But anyway, that's where we're at. So nothing as of right now. And we will have to wait and see how it plays out. But the talks are ongoing, and some people were freaking out saying, well, why didn't James Harden sign yet? Well, this is how business works. It's a conversation. It's back and forth. It's back and forth. You know, he's not just going to show up because he's Daryl Morey's, you know, best friend and say, okay, I'm just going to sign for it. No, this is how business works. These are contract negotiations. Everybody, you know, the general consensus across the NBA among the writers, among the analysts, everybody, seems to be that James Harden will get this done, and he will be a Philadelphia 76er for the next couple years, which again makes me happy because he took less, allowed the Sixers to go out and have more flexibility, get guys like PJ Tucker, Daniel House, etc. So that brings me to the next question. Are the Sixers done in free agency? Well, what do you think? What do you think? Should they go out and make a move? At this point, now that the Sixers are hard capped, most likely after this contract, really the only flexibility they would have is to once again move Tobias Harris in his contract or Matisse Thybulle. It would have to come via trade. Free agency has been dry the last day or two now. After the first couple were very exciting. There were, a lot of trades going on a couple days ago, which we, broke down on the show. But now it seems that everybody is waiting on Kevin Durant and where he will land and what the package is going to look like for that. Obviously, with Rudy Gobert getting traded for 5 first-round picks and essentially an entire team, the price on Kevin Durant's going to have to up now. And it's actually interesting that it doesn't seem like the Brooklyn Nets would even be able to trade with the Miami Heat because there's this whole contract clause with Ben Simmons having a designated rookie extension. So now Ben Simmons has also limited the options that the Brooklyn Nets have in terms of, pulling off a KD trade. But anyway, that brings us to another individual, and that is Kyrie Irving. Now, I want to hear from you. Should the Sixers entertain the idea of Kyrie Irving? Also, just one more nugget here from Derek Bodner. Speaking of the Eric Gordon thing, because the Eric Gordon hopes are still alive. Like I said, I have a little urge that Daryl Morey is trying to trade Tobias Harris. And I think he's trying to get Eric Gordon. Because Daryl Morey seems to be on this mission here to recreate the 2018 Rockets. And by doing so, he needs to get Eric Gordon. And getting rid of that Tobias Harris contract would create future flexibility. And I just see Daryl Morey trying to get Eric Gordon. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen. It would be very hard. As Derek Bodner says here, speaking of the Eric Gordon thing, Sixers have few ways to send out $15.5 million in salary they need in order to make the trade legal. And it became even less likely after becoming hard capped unless Harden was to take even another $5 million discount. And after becoming hard capped, if Harden takes the remaining $36 million in space under the tax apron, they'd have to send out 19.6 to stay under. So, as he says here, basically has to be a Tobias Harris trade, which is what I've been saying all along. That will give us the flexibility. But anyway, keep that in mind. Could the Sixers end up getting an Eric Gordon up on this squad? Who knows? Also, Derek Bodner says he's surprised at how anti-Eric Gordon the Sixers Twitter is. Well, Sixers Twitter is apparently anti-everybody. They're just never happy with anyone. And Eric Gordon would be a great addition to this team. I feel like people have, essentially just forgot how Eric Gordon plays. Like, just because he's been on a terrible Rockets team, I feel like people just forget about him. But anyway, that brings us to the main course. There's a Lil Baby, by the way, on Michael Rubin's Instagram story. Looks like they're, working on that contract. James Harden said, I'm bringing my boy Lil Baby to the contract talks. All right, let's go. Anyway, Kyrie Irving. Should the Sixers get Kyrie Irving? Now, once again, follow me on Twitter at RBPhillyTake. I put my thoughts out on there earlier today. I'll try to pull up the tweet. But essentially what I said was, there is no way I want Kyrie Irving on this team. There is no way that I want Kyrie Irving on the Philadelphia 76ers. And here is why. Number one, why would it make sense for the Sixers to go ahead and get another headache in this locker room after they just spent the last year and a half dealing with one of the biggest headaches in the NBA? Kyrie Irving is, an incredible basketball player. I will never take for granted his skills and just the show that he puts on every time he steps on the court. Kyrie Irving, the basketball player, is incredible. He's unbelievable. But I think we have seen time and time again, nobody wants to deal with that personality, okay? Kyrie is the most unpredictable, just unimaginable, just untrustable individual in the NBA. And like, I just don't want anything to deal with that. Kyrie Irving could play a game on a Tuesday night, and by Wednesday morning, he is headed out west. He's in another state. Shoot, he's even in another country. He doesn't care. There's just too much extra baggage that goes along with Kyrie Irving. 100% keep him away from the Philadelphia 76ers. I do not want that turmoil. I do not want that bad energy. All right. And it's crazy because Sixers Twitter earlier today, after I put my thoughts out, they were, trying to get me to buy into Kyrie Irving. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Now, maybe there's people out there, once again, calling to the show. Give me some thoughts. Maybe you guys like Kyrie Irving. I don't want him anywhere near this team. I like what we're building here. I like what we've done. And there is absolutely no way I am paying $37 million for Kyrie Irving to come in here and act like a chemical explosion and blow it up again. No way. Also, him and James Harden, it doesn't make sense. Those two butted heads in Brooklyn, and they obviously are not the best of friends. So why would they pair up with each other? Well, I'm going to tell you what I think actually happened. Now, this was earlier this week when the whole Kyrie Irving rumor started before the Kevin Durant trade request. And this is what Stephen A. Smith said on ESPN. He said, the Sixers were on the phone willing to give him a 3-year deal, but there was no way in hell he was interested in going to Philly and rejoining James Harden or anything like that. And it was a smokescreen. And then this is what was reported last night. Where's the tweet at? I don't even know where it's at. I didn't even pull it up. But anyway, it was reported last night by Shams Charania that the Philadelphia 76ers are one of 3 suitors for Kyrie Irving. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick, because I want to get this right. I want to use the wording that was used by Shams Charania. But essentially, he said that the Sixers and the Mavericks and the Lakers are the 3 suitors for Kyrie Irving. So, you let me know if you think that has any validity to it. Personally, I do not. Personally, I do not think that it has any validity to it. Shams Charania says that Kyrie Irving has several suitors, the Sixers, Lakers, and Mavs, all said to be interested. Now, I'm going to tell you what I think happened here. Obviously, Shams Charania, being a clutch agent, okay, having close ties with Rich Paul, we all know this as Sixers fans by now, okay? I think that LeBron James, for some reason, which I don't think he should, but I think he's pulling for Kyrie Irving to get to Los Angeles. LeBron James is also correlated tightly with Clutch Sports, and I think Shams is trying to make a leverage play here for Kyrie Irving to get to the Lakers. And I think he's including some of these other teams to try to up those negotiations and ramp it up, because apparently the Lakers are having some interesting contractual discussions with the Brooklyn Nets regarding this. Now, if you were on the show a couple days ago, I actually predicted with Greg that Kyrie Irving would get traded to the Lakers in exchange for Russell Westbrook. I predicted that. And, the talks coming out from Chris Haynes are that the Lakers and Nets are engaged in trade discussions for Russell Westbrook and Kyrie Irving. Now, Russell Westbrook would have to get bought out on the tail end of this deal, because you putting Russell Westbrook and Ben Simmons on the same team, you're asking for a catastrophe. I'm telling you right now. Having either one of those guys is bad enough, but having both on the same floor, you just had your entire franchise blow up in your face, disposed of, and you're going to put Russell Westbrook for $47 million alongside Ben Simmons for $35 million. You are asking to sell the franchise at that point. But anyway, there have been discussions about Kyrie and Russell Westbrook packaged, for a trade. And then it comes out, again, that Kyrie Irving has suitors like the Sixers, the Mavs, and the Lakers. Now, I just told you why it doesn't make sense. And, having him pair up with James Harden, it just doesn't make sense. Also, the Sixers have a young stud of a point guard in Tyrese Maxey. Why would you want to stint the growth of a kid that looks like he could be a superstar in a couple years? It makes absolutely zero sense. Now, I'm just showing you what's being reported. But I'm telling you, I do not want Kyrie Irving, for the reasons I stated, anywhere near this Philadelphia 76ers team. Kyrie Irving, the basketball player, is incredible, but we've seen what he has done, okay? It's weird. Have you ever seen a player that has gotten less mature throughout his career as he aged? Now, he made a mistake leaving LeBron in Cleveland, and that's okay. He was young. He wanted to be the guy. I get it. The young stud wants his own squad, right? But he goes to Boston, and he's an absolute cancer to that team. He blows them up. Now Boston's in the finals a couple years later. You see how that worked out. Kyrie goes to Brooklyn. He's taking off every third game. He's celebrating birthday parties because he needs time away from the team. I don't want him anywhere near the Sixers. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because Kyrie, the basketball player, is so gifted. But do not bring him anywhere near here. And I see people saying in the chat that I'm showing fake news. Look, man, I'm telling you what's being reported by the major outlets. That's what I do here. I'm not a source, okay? I've never, interpreted anything as a source. I've never come out and explicitly said that I'm reporting. No, I don't report anything. I'm a talk show host. I'm here giving my thoughts and opinions as to what is being reported. This is what's being reported. And I'm giving my analysis on it. And I'm telling you that I do not want Kyrie Irving anywhere near this team. So if you have an opinion on it, same, different, whatever, call into the show and give me some thoughts. But we're here to talk James Harden and about Sixers news. And that's what we're here for. I think the James Harden contract extension will get done sometime this week. That's not me reporting. I'm not a source. I'm giving my opinion based on what I'm seeing. But for this to come out, I think it is a leverage play, and I do ultimately think Kyrie will end up with the Lakers, even though I don't even think that's a good fit for him. I don't know what is a good fit anymore for Kyrie Irving. I really don't. But I think the Nets are in a terrible position, and I saw it coming, man. I saw it coming. Anyway, we got almost 700 people in here. You guys have been absolutely killing the streams, man. Please hit that like button if you are in here. 129 on the like button. It's not equating, man. Hit that like for your boy. We're grinding out the shows. We're bringing you the coverage, man. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. Let's get it to 300 likes. Subscribe if you are new. We're on the road to 24K. And hit that notification bell. Excuse me. Yeah, man, call into the show, 508-924-3784. What do you make of the James Harden contract negotiations? Do you think it'll get done? When do you think it'll get done? Do the Sixers need more? Should we go out and get Eric Gordon? Should we trade Tobias? Are you okay with Tobias? Give me your thoughts. And what do you think about Kyrie Irving potentially landing in Philadelphia? Phone lines are buzzing, man. You know what we have to do. Let's go ahead and start off on the 803 SC, the 803. Who do we have and where are you tapping in from? Yo. Hello, 803 on the line.
Hello?
Yo, who do we have and where are you tapping in from?
I'm from Columbia, South Carolina.
And your name?
Michael.
What's going on, Michael? How you feeling today?
I'm good, man. How about you?
Good. How do you feel about everything going on here?
Well, about the Kyrie, I mean, he's a gifted player, but we don't need him.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with him, honestly.
And how do you feel about Daniel House Jr. and PJ Tucker joining the team?
I'm happy with it. I think Tucker's going to be that veteran we need, a guy who's been around, to the big games, the big moments, guy who's familiar with Harden. I think he's a perfect fit, and I think Daniel House will provide, some more athleticism and some wing depth that we desperately needed as well. So I'm happy with the signings.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Guess we'll go to the next one. My guy Seth M. Rose on the line. Seth, what's going on, man? Seth.
You hear me?
A little bit. What's going on?
Let me turn the stream down real quick, buddy. All right?
Appreciate it.
Can you hear me now, bud?
Yep, you're all good, man. What's going on, Seth?
All right. What's going on, man? How you doing? Is everything good in life, man?
Doing good, man. Doing all right. How are we feeling?
I'd like to hear, man. All right, let's talk some ball, bro. So, I wanted to ask, do you think now this is a big if, you think Harden will take a little less money to get a guy that he knows, like Aaron Gordon, in the house, or do you think he's going to be Harden and try to get as much money as he can?
Personally, I think that Harden is already taking a discount. So I think he'll land somewhere in that 35 to 38 range. I don't see him taking even more of a discount. But I think he's done what he could, to help the team. I really think where we're restricted is with the Tobias contract, which unfortunately will probably hold us back for another year if we can't get rid of it.
Very true. And I really have a gut feeling that Toby is not going anywhere at least for the next year or so.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say, like, I think it's more trying to move Toby. I think it's hard to move him because of that contract.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. And the reports keep coming out, oh, he's getting shopped, oh, he's trying to move him. And that's why I can't fault Daryl Morey. I mean, it's a tough thing to go out and do, especially with like some of these teams that had a ton of cap space, making these different moves. There's not really an equalized trade where you can just send Tobias and get equal return, and I don't think Daryl Morey's trying to get worse. I think he's trying to keep us, in a championship window. So.
Yeah, he's trying to keep us relevant, and that's what I was trying to tell people. And I mean, it's really, me, man. It's been me and you since day one, saying trust him more. Just trust this guy. Give him time. He'll fix the team. He's literally cleaning up a mess that was 10 years in the making. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think he's doing a pretty good job at it, to be honest.
Dude, the best job you could do, I think. I mean, what can you do any better than this, dude? We started out with Al Horford and Josh Richardson, dude. Mm-hmm. Somehow we got Danny Green, Seth Curry, and eventually Andre Drummond on the team after that. Yeah, somehow we lose Danny for 2 years in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
He somehow picks up Nian, and now he picks up PJ, and he picks up it's just no GM has made this many good moves in like a 2-year span. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And he also got the guy that he loves near and dear to his heart, and at the same time got rid of a guy that was not going to play basketball. So, I mean, I'm happy with Daryl Morey. It's nice having a GM is going to be active on his hands and is going to make moves.
Oh, my gosh. People don't realize how blessed we are to have this guy, man. He's really making the moves that we need to make, man, to be relevant for sure. This is all you can really do what he's done. And he's just done an amazing job at what he's done.
Yeah.
But I want to talk more about peace. Do you think that there's a possibility we move like Corky and Peace possibly with Toby if that move happens?
Yeah, I think that would be more likely. I think it would be probably a 3-team trade, salaries going left and right. Trying to get an equalized player, maybe like an Eric Gordon. I could see Daryl Morey trying to facilitate that trade, but like he said before, it takes more than 2 to tango. So I don't think it would be easy.
Yeah, that's very true. And that's why I asked you, because I'm not great with all the money and the cap thing. So I figured you'd know more. I always try to run things by you before I, analyze them and all that good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Hey, just going off what I'm seeing. But I appreciate the call, Seth.
You already know, man. You keep doing what you're doing, buddy. I'll keep supporting. I'm really excited for the season, and I'll be around every game.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to Seth. Where'd this comment go? Sean in the chat says Nets have to trade KD first, otherwise they hit the tax apron. It's why Harden has a re-sign. The Nets are going to have to trade KD. They're just looking for the best package, to be honest. And again, they're limited by Ben Simmons having the rookie designated extension. And you're looking around and guys like Zion go out and sign a contract extension. And, Devin Booker signs a contract extension, so now they can't be traded. There's very limited options. It came at the absolute worst time for the Brooklyn Nets, especially with Kyrie opting in. And now they're just honestly screwed. They don't have many options right now, and they're they're going to have to get worse. It's just going to happen. So we will see how it plays out, man. But I'm surprised. It's funny. There's a lot of people on Twitter, even people in the chat saying, "Oh, we should get Kyrie Irving." Well, call in. Tell me why we should get Kyrie, because I don't want anything to do with them. All right, let's go to the 609. Bridgeton, 609. Who do we have on the line?
Hey.
Hey, Shane. What's going on, man?
I don't want Kyrie Irving to my team at all.
How come?
I just feel like I want to put it as gently as I can, because he just seems like a nutcase. He just causes headaches in the locker room like Ben Simmons, and I just don't need that. I want to see somebody that's good on the locker room. It doesn't cause anybody headaches.
I agree. And you would think, Shane, like for a Sixers fan base that just had to endure maybe just the most degrading, mental headache of a season ever. And then you want to add Kyrie Irving to the mix. It makes no sense. And I don't want to go through that again.
I don't think anybody does.
Yeah, exactly. I keep Kyrie as far away from this team as possible. I'll tell you right now, and for everybody out there listening, man, I don't think Kyrie's ever going to get it stable again where he's going to play, 82 games in a season and be a normal contributor. I just don't see it happening. I don't think he's focused on basketball.
It's not nothing towards his talent. It's his actions that deter me from wanting to get him.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want him anywhere near this squad.
Another thing, how would you feel if we did get Eric Gordon, but it wasn't Tobias Harris? Say we get rid of but we decide on other people and picks to get Gordon. How would you feel?
Well, I don't even think that's financially possible at this point. I think we're honestly restricted by that Tobias contract, and now that James Harden, is going to take a little bit less, we're hard capped. So you're going to have to, like Derek Bodner said, you're going to have to remove at least, $19 million in salary. And really the only way to do that is through Tobias. So who knows? We might be done.
Yeah. I really do like Morey because the way he operates, it just really makes me wish that he had that in Elton Brand before we got Morey.
Yeah. I think Morey's cleaned up a lot of the mess, and I think people want immediate results. I think they're, frustrated. They're tired, of waiting for us, to try to get over the hump. But really, we just got to trust the man in power. He's doing what he can. He's cleaning some of it up. He's getting some of his guys. Really can't ask for much more.
Yeah. Like I said, I personally believe if you put this team against the 95-96 Chicago Bulls, they may have a chance to beat them. That's just how I feel. Because he's so good at what he does, it doesn't matter. You have Joel Embiid, who's a generational talent, and then you have shooters around him, which you should have done with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. But, Elton Brand's a moron, and he can't do what he's supposed to. But we didn't have that.
I love it, man. I love it. Beating the 96 Bulls. Let's go. Shane, appreciate the call, man. Fire call as always. Appreciate you, man.
Talk to you later.
I think Shane's 15 years old. Sixers fan base has intelligent people, man. Beating the 96 Bulls, though, don't know about that. But I like the confidence, man. All right, we're going rapid fire. Let's go to John Castiglione, 609. John, what's going on?
RB, what's going on, brother?
What's up, my guy? How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Got a full belly full of Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm doing well, man.
Oh yeah, all right. Spit the heat then. Let's hear it, man. You want? Talk to me about Kyrie.
I don't want Kyrie Irving a mile within the Wells Fargo Center, unless he's playing for an opposite team. I don't want him anywhere near this franchise.
Yeah, somebody said to me earlier.
I don't have enough.
He's actually.
I don't have enough ibuprofen in my medicine cabinet to, be able to take on a daily basis to the headaches that this guy causes.
Yeah, I just don't understand, why people want to go through that again. people are saying on Twitter, oh, well, Kyrie, like, look at him as a basketball player. Like, nobody's denying that. But when push comes to shove, he will not be available, and he will mess up the chemistry of your team. It's apparent. It's been shown the last 2 places he has been, and I do not want that.
Didn't we learn anything by James Harden wanting to leave KD behind to freaking come to Philly just to get away from freaking Kyrie?
It's crazy, man.
What about the fact that KD wants to leave? That says 1,000 things about Kyrie Irving.
Yep.
He was the problem. Nobody now. LeBron's desperate. That's why LeBron realized how bad Russell Westbrook's career is dwindled down to where he knows, all right, I'm the alpha. I'll be able to put this little pipsqueak on, maybe it's the last shot he has, I think, unless he just leaves LA completely.
Yeah.
But he'll take his talent and deal with his bullshit. But, we don't need that here.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is Joel Embiid's team. This is, I don't want a little freaking zit on my ass named Kyrie Irving when we have a team that I feel that can compete right now. Now, do I think we need another piece or two? Sure. But Kyrie Irving's not it, especially because he's not it's not like Space Jam and you can steal an NBA player's powers and put them into an alien's body and not have to deal with their, brain, because Kyrie is his own worst enemy. He's so goddamn good, RB. He's so freaking fun to watch. But everything else that he brings is toxic.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's like the Terrell Owens of the NBA.
Yeah.
Terrell Owens was so goddamn good on the field, and if he could have just put his goddamn personality and all the antics that he brought outside of the field just away, he would have. How good would he have been? Remember when Terrell Owens, after we lost the Super Bowl to New England, and he started complaining about his contract?
Yeah, yeah.
If Terrell Owens just went out and balled out, you know how much money he would have made in endorsement deals? A hell of a lot more money than he would have made on his contract.
Yeah.
But Kyrie's similar. Kyrie's so damn good. If he could just get out of his own way, he would be. He could potentially be on a Mount Rushmore of the NBA point guards.
Yeah. He's
so darn good. His shot's so good, but he's his own worst enemy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm glad he's not come to Philly. I'm certainly glad. I would love somebody with his talent, but I'm sorry, he's too big of a headache. That's not worth having a guy that goddamn talented on the team.
Yeah. Hey, John, appreciate the call, man. He summed it up better than I could, really. I mean, he's exactly right. The talent, Kyrie, yes, give that to me all day. But I feel like a lot of people, now that the league is a star-driven league, they look at all these players, they look at the talents, and they just think that everything's going to mesh. Well, let me tell you something. Chemistry is an element that you need to win a championship. You cannot just assemble a team, which we just saw with the Brooklyn Nets, with the best superstars and the best talent and this best scorer and this MVP, and just expect to win a championship from day one. You have to have the chemistry. Why do the Golden State Warriors work? Because Steph is unselfish. Because Clay is unselfish. Because Draymond can mesh them together. And when you add Kevin Durant, yes, you have some of the best talents, but they work together. And I think people, think it's a 2K game where you just have the best talents and it's just going to work. No, you actually have to have chemistry, and it's like a lost art nowadays. It's an underrated element, but you need it. You need it. And it really is unfortunate. And I just don't think Kyrie Irving is going to be that consistent player he once was. I just have never seen a player get less mature throughout his career. But, I do hope the best for him, and I think he's a great talent. So we'll see what works. But, we just saw with the Nets. They are, I'm telling you right now, the biggest failure of a super team of all time. And it's for that reason. They do not mesh. They don't have the chemistry. And, just didn't work out. By the way, everybody hit that like button, man. 550 in the house. Appreciate everybody. The calls have been great. We're going to get to some more momentarily. We have Matt L with the $2 donation. Thank you for supporting the channel. It says Niang Teese, Joe Cork for Gordon works, but yeah. Does that work? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd have to look at the salaries, but I think it's Tobias Harris trade is the key if you want to upgrade. But I would not be mad at bringing Toby back because I know he's going to give us 18 a night. But he needs to improve on his rebounding and his defense as well. We're going to need that next to Joel Embiid. And Seth Rowe with the $2 donation. He says Cancer Kyrie definitely is the best name for him. DJ Made. Seth, appreciate the donation, man. Yeah, I mean, I just don't want him near my team. It sucks. But I like with what we have. I like what we're doing with what we have going for us. And I think bringing in Kyrie Irving would also just completely stint the development of Tyrese Maxey and the growth of Maxey. It just would not make sense. So, I don't want that anywhere near this team. I don't want that anywhere near this team. But we'll see how it goes. See what works. All right, let's go to the 229. Dan. 229. Dan, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, RB?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. No, I don't agree with you all the time, but whoever's saying that you're doing bait click and fake news, man, they wrong about that, brother, because you die hard, man, on the truth, man.
Absolutely, bro. I'm just reporting. I'm just showing what's reported, and I'm giving my thoughts. That's all I do, man, and listening to your guys' takes as well.
You always have, man. Hey, man, you're looking on the time, man. Don't wear yourself out now, okay?
Hey, we're working, man. We're working. Trying to make this to grow this to a bigger level, man. So I appreciate the support.
I know you is. I'm on you daily. Whenever you put out something, man, I'm on you, man. I'm on Ricky Sanchez and all of y'all, man. I'm on y'all, man. Y'all doing some good stuff, man. Keeping us busy, man. I love it, man.
I appreciate it, man. All right, how do you feel about Kyrie? Tell me how you feel about Kyrie.
No, we don't need him. You're right about that. We don't need him, man. Now, if we can get KD, maybe. But then I got some conflicts with that because of Maxey, because I love Maxey. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If they putting together a package, it's something like Thibault, Tobias, and Maxey, and maybe some other players, man, to get KD. That's if KD want to. That's the whole thing. Wherever KD want to go, that's where KD is going. And that's it. He don't care what the package might be. He just going to get there. We don't need Kyrie because wherever Kyrie goes, he tears up the team and he don't stay there long.
Yep.
And that's how it is with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I agree.
Let me ask you something, RB. Let me ask you something. Why is there so much hate for Tobias Harris and Matisse Thybulle? Because Tobias Harris, the way he played in the playoffs, was dynamo. You know what I'm saying? He was the most consistent player in the playoffs, but it's a whole lot of hate and trading him. I know it's not because of his play, but because of his contract. What you got to say about that? You think we should trade him and Matisse, who's probably in the shooting?
Well, in terms of Tobias, I mean, I like Tobias. I've tried to support him. I wouldn't be mad if he's back. Now, at the same time, I do think trying to free up that contract could give us some flexibility. But I do think he gets more hate than deserved. I definitely do believe that. And as for Matisse, I'm a big Tease guy, but I just don't get why he's not developing the jump shot because we just saw that with another Philadelphia athlete. We saw how that played out, right? I believe Morey is trying to, upgrade however possible. If that includes either one of those guys, then it does. But, we want to be a championship level team, right? So you have to have guys that are doing the right thing and fitting in the right way. So that's really the best answer I can give for that.
Hey, let me ask you one more thing before I get off of here. We already have 16 players, and who you think gonna go? Because all we need is 15, right? So somebody got to go. We can't get too many players. Only allow 15, if I'm correct about that. So who do you think might go?
Yeah, you're correct about that, and I appreciate the call. I think it's too early to say that. Obviously, we have the summer league team. We have all the G League guys. You know, they have a pretty good squad there. I think a couple guys could make the roster. So I think it's a little bit too early to look at that. But we have some of these young guys that should get an opportunity. The question is, will they? So I think we have a lot of guys to keep an eye out for sure. For sure. Seth Rowe with the $5 super chat. Appreciate it. He says, Kyrie would ruin our chemistry. We still don't have great chemistry yet. We need to keep playing together, especially the starters. I agree with that. I agree. And I think a lot of people, fail to realize that these dudes played about 20 to 30 games together. They played about 20 to 30 games together. Like, you still have to give them some more time. How about a full training camp to really, get together with each other's tendencies? And I think if James Harden comes back a little bit healthier and he's ready to go, this could be a good team. It could. So, and I do think Tobias, learned a better role this year when James Harden came. I think he adapted to his role, and I thought that was good. But I do think Morey is shopping Tobias. But the question is, are there actual suitors who are willing to take on 2 more years of Tobias Harris? I just don't know. I thought maybe a team like an OKC would take it on as a salary dump, try to get some draft compensation, but the problem is the Sixers don't have a lot of immediate draft compensation. So we'll have to wait and see. And as for the KD thing, because, we talked about this a lot a couple days ago, just to rehash that. And Seth, I appreciate the super chat, man. I don't see any way possible that the Sixers get Kevin Durant. Tobias, Maxey, that's not going to cut it. It's not going to get it done. You're going to need, especially now with all these trades going on, you're going to need like 5 first-rounders at least, and probably an all-star level player. I'm just telling you how I feel about it. Unless the Nets are at the point where they are ready to get fleeced. All right, let's go back to the phone lines, man. Let's go to the 410 Christian 410. What's going on?
Devontae?
Hey, what's going on, Christian?
About the Kyrie Irving?
Yeah, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
I like Philly too, right?
Say it again.
I like Philly too.
Okay. How do you feel about?
I'm an Eagles fan.
Okay. How do you feel about the Kyrie thing, or James Harden?
I don't know if he signed with the Philly or he signed with the Lakers.
Cutting out a little bit, man.
If
I fall, man. Still there?
So if he signed with the Lakers or Philly, I like him go to Philly.
Who? Kyrie?
Yeah.
So we finally have someone that wants Kyrie in Philly. So why do you want Kyrie in Philly?
If he be the best we're gonna ever have there, if he was James Harden, and so I like him there. If he go to LA with LeBron James and them, that's cool.
All right. Appreciate the call. Not really sure excuse me. Not really too sure what that means. We have Tyrese Maxey, James Harden. I don't understand what Kyrie's going to do for this squad, man. By the way, shout out to Ader Navarro with the $20 super chat. My man. Yes, sir. My man. All 500 in here. Shout out to Ader, man. Hit that like button, guys. Let's get it to 300 likes. Ader with the $20 super chat. He says, Kyrie's somewhat of a ball hog, and it would probably take Toby along with Maxey to get him, and I'm not giving him up. Only player I'm giving up Maxey for is Kevin Durant. I agree with that. The only player I would give up Maxey for is Kevin Durant. And even that would be tough. But, yeah, man. I agree with you, Ader. I don't know. Look, a lot of people on Twitter were like, oh, I want Kyrie because he's talented and he makes us such a good team. Ader just said it right there. He's a ball hog, too. I didn't even mention that. Look at what happened in Boston. Look at the beginning of that tenure to the end. Go listen to that Jason Tatum interview. I forget who he did it with, but he was talking about how the Kyrie Irving thing blew up. And essentially he said, like, everybody wanted the ball. And Kyrie literally just like imploded us in the playoffs. I remember that series. They went out sad. They went out sad, man. All right. Got a lot of people calling in, man. Let's go rapid fire. Let's get a couple more in here, man. Let's go to 206. Marvin, 206. What's going on?
What's up, family? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I'm calling from LA.
LA. Hey, Sixers fan in LA?
Ain't no way. Huh?
Sixers fan in LA?
Yeah. He's Kyrie gonna come here. He is. What they're trying to do, they're trying to put y'all in Dallas and try to get the 2 first picks. We're not doing that. We want the guard that y'all sent to him. What's Steph Curry? That's what's holding it up.
Yeah, they're trying to give us
a 6'7" guy. He can shoot, but we want Steph Curry because the contract make it. But if we have to, I'm going to take the 6'7" guy. Then we're going to trade THT.
Okay. Respect it.
Yeah.
Respect it.
But you guys, y'all got a good team because I think what's going to happen, because I'm telling you, your boy's smart though, Patrick Beverly.
Mm-hmm.
If we trade THT, and that'll be a roster spot, then he'll come to LA. But y'all the number one place for Patrick Beverly.
Hey, I'll take it,
He's
man.
going to go to, yep. He's going to y'all, but he said, dude, he will play with the Lakers. But only way that's going to happen if we get rid of Nunn and THT.
All right. Appreciate the call, man. Guess it was a Lakers fan. He said he was a Sixers fan, and he said we, talking about the Lakers. But there was actually reports going around that the Lakers don't want to take on Joe Harris's contract. Well, let me tell you something, Lakers, okay? You have one of the worst untradeable contracts in the league. And if you sincerely want Kyrie Irving on your team and you're not willing to take on the contract of Joe Harris, you're outright crazy. You're outright crazy. I'll take on Joe Harris if it means getting the guy I want and trading away Russell Westbrook. Come on, man. They want Seth Curry. Come on, man. Can't ask for everything. Can't ask for everything. Come on, man. Would take Pat Bev, though. I will take Pat Bev. All right, a couple more, man. Let's go to the 8, or no, let's go to the 484. 484, who do we have on the line? Yo. Yo.
Hello?
Yo.
What up, RB?
Yo, what's going on? Who do we have on the line?
Hey, this Signature, 67.
What's going on, Signature? Turn that stream down in the back for me.
She beefing about the Kyrie thing, man. Like, she's saying we ain't in no position to thumb our nose up at Kyrie.
Wait, so first off, turn that stream down in the back, my man, so I can hear you. But wait, so are you saying that you want Kyrie or you don't?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's complicated. Say something.
I just feel like Kyrie is a better asset than Harden.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like certain trades would work for Kyrie, but certain trades wouldn't. For example, Maxey, I wouldn't want Maxey to go, but such as Tobias, if they want to trade Tobias and Thibault, I would like to see that.
So, are you concerned then about the personality of Kyrie? Like, you're saying he's better than Harden. What do you mean in terms of like performance on the court, or what are we talking about?
Yes, performance-wise, I feel like he will put up more points. He doesn't put up as much assists as Harden does, but yeah, he's definitely more a clutch player than Harden.
And you believe that Kyrie will play a full season without being a distraction?
What you mean by distraction? Are you talking about the vaccine distraction?
Just a distraction.
Won't be able to play every game?
I mean, yeah, like just a distraction in general. You know, he hasn't really played a full season in how long? And, you know, he's gotten in, you know, arguments with his teammates and he, you know, takes time off and doesn't play. That's kind of what I mean by distraction.
Okay, I agree with that. I haven't seen Kyrie play a full season in a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
So I totally agree with that. Definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely a risk. Definitely a risk. Appreciate the call. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Smoke in the chat says Kyrie would find a way to take 2 months off. Paid time off, right? $37 million, paid time off. Paid time off. I really don't know. Again, I'm not disputing the talent of Kyrie on the floor, but I just can't trust him to play a full season. Playoffs come and he might be, somewhere out on the beach enjoying himself. I can't trust that. I can't trust it. Kyrie Irving cannot be trusted. James says, is Joe Harris even healthy? I don't know if he's fully healthy. The fact of the matter is, if you want to get off that Russell Westbrook contract, you have to be willing to take on something. And if you're going to get Kyrie, which is the guy that you want, you might have to take on Joe Harris. And when he does get healthy, he can knock down some shots. So. Someone in the chat says Kyrie shows up in the playoffs. James doesn't. Okay. Kyrie shows up in the playoffs. See, where does he show up in the playoffs? They got swept in the first round. So tell me where he shows up in the playoffs. I don't think I've heard a valid reason as to why Kyrie Irving would be a good fit on the Sixers in terms of just his personality. But look, man, we respect all the takes. We'll go two more. Let's go to the 609. 609, who do we have on the line?
Yeah, this is Teddy.
What's going on, Teddy? How you doing, man?
What's going on, bro?
What's up, man? How you feeling?
Oh, what are you talking about the Kyrie, KD thing?
Yeah, I mean we're talking about Harden, Kyrie. A lot of people are chiming in with their takes on Kyrie and his potential fit on the Sixers. So
yeah, I feel it. I feel the Kyrie thing. I like that. I think that's a good look. That's a good look for the team. That's somebody that's not afraid to take the shot in the postseason. Not afraid of the moment.
So in terms of like the personality, though, do you think Kyrie would actually fit alongside James Harden, Joel Embiid, and would be good for this locker room?
Yeah, I mean, it would take like obviously like a big meeting, stuff like that. But ultimately, I think it'll work. The main goal is the championship. I think Embiid hungry. It all come down to Embiid, his say so. But if I had to pick between the two, I would definitely take KD over Kyrie. But I wouldn't mind either one though. But if I had to pick, I would definitely go with KD.
All right, man.
I would trade Maxey. I would give it up
for Kyrie.
Nah, for KD.
Okay.
I'll give up Maxey, Tobias, and Thibault, the picks, 27, 2030. I'll give all that up for KD.
I mean, I agree with you, man. I agree with you.
Yeah, but thanks for
yeah,
plugging me in.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate the call. I mean, it's like me like asking you guys why you want Kyrie. Look, I don't want Kyrie. I don't want him anywhere near the team, and I don't think it'll happen. By the way, with the KD thing, it's not going to happen, man. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. It's not going to happen with KD. And even this being reported, Kyrie to Philly, I don't even think there's any real smoke. Like I said at the top of the show, I don't think there's any real smoke. I think it's a pitch to get that Lakers offer more intriguing and to get them to be willing to take things on, if there's other suitors involved in play. So MH in the chat says Kyrie has imploded every franchise he's ever been a part of. Please don't bring him in here. I agree. And, obviously he should have never left Cleveland, but I get it. He was young. But now, as his careers went on, Celtics went downhill. The Nets went downhill, mainly in part due to Kyrie Irving. And, I just don't want him on the squad. All right, we'll go maybe one or two more. Let's go to the 315. Timothy, 315. What's going on?
Hello, I called about the Kyrie thing.
what's going on?
If you're Philadelphia, you can't even look twice at that. You've got to literally like look away because Kyrie Irving can't even prove that he can show up to work and play basketball. When he's on the floor and he shows up, his talent's amazing, but he never shows up.
I agree with you. I agree 100%.
Like I like if you could offer him 1 year $50 million and this man will show up and you can guarantee him to show up and you can put in his contract, he shows up, you pay him, fine. But if you're not gonna, there's no way you're gonna do that. Like you could pay him $50 million every year and that's fine. He's worth that money. He just doesn't show up.
I agree. From a talent perspective, he's worth a max deal on a 1 year contract. But like you said, we couldn't get Ben Simmons to show up. To show up, and I don't want to go through that again.
No. And to be honest, why you can't? Okay, Kyrie's talent's great. Him and Joel Embiid would be great together. But you can't waste. You've wasted so many years of Joel Embiid already. You can't waste any more.
You can't, and you're exactly right. We're in a championship window next couple years, and adding Kyrie to the mix is like putting the chemical explosion into play. It's just too uncertain. So
you got rid of Ben Simmons, which was great. Good idea, get rid of him. He's a great defender, but he won't shoot the ball, which is probably a good thing because he's terrible at shooting. But he never shows up.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't expect him to going forward either. So
the only way I expect him to show up is if he's with LeBron.
I still don't.
And I don't know why, but
up.
Wherever he is with LeBron, he plays. If he's not with LeBron, he doesn't play.
I still don't expect him to show up. I just don't think he's as focused on basketball. It sucks because he's a great talent. He's a fantastic talent. I just don't think his head's into it.
Yeah, if you could swing KD, I don't think your offer can match half the leagues, especially because if you throw Golden State in there, I don't believe there's anybody that can touch their offer. But I don't know where KD's even going to go, because if you look at it, okay, he wants to go to Phoenix and Miami. You can't trade Bam Adebayo because of Ben Simmons, and you can't trade Devin Booker, which he wants to play with Devin Booker, but the Nets want Devin Booker back. So where are you playing?
Yeah, no, I agree with you, and that's why I've been thinking about it too. I don't know. I don't know where he's going to go. My gut tells me Phoenix, but they're going to have to settle for a lot less than they want. And who knows?
I really feel like he's going back to Golden State. The only reason I think that is because they have Kuminga they could offer, they have Poole they can offer, they have Andrew Wiggins they can offer, they have Moses Mooney they can offer. They have the prospects that come out of nowhere.
Hey, maybe they
that
do.
Are stars.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know if Golden State wants to go back to that. They just won a championship, but
I absolutely I'm a Golden State fan. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to go back to that. Great. KD was great. He won his 2 titles. Great, but he was great with us. But you left us. You said you could do this on your own. Now prove it.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Timmy. Appreciate the call, man. Mir in the chat says, I need y'all to tell me when Kyrie doesn't show up. Is that a joke or is that like serious? How about the entire regular season? Come on, man. Come on. All right, we'll go one more and then we'll close it down. But again, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate everybody in here supporting. The shows have been great. The callers have been fantastic. I like going back and forth, getting some extra thoughts and, talking and we're trying to pump out these shows. So if you guys could hit that thumbs up for your boy and keep supporting the grind, man. Appreciate everybody, supporting all the super chats and, showing some love, man. Showing some love. All right, let's go to the 445. Philly, 445. Who do we have on the line?
Oh, this is Max.
What's up, Max?
Hey, I'm all right. How about you?
Doing good, man. How are we feeling?
Man, I'm feeling all right. We still talking about Kyrie?
Yeah, whatever you want, man. You guys call into the show. Give me some thoughts.
All right, man. I don't give a damn about Kyrie. I don't want him anywhere near here. I mean, we just got done watching Ben Simmons sit on the bench for an entire year. I don't want to go through that again, wondering with Kyrie. I'm thinking I'm looking at Utah, honestly, because they're looking to retool, and I'm looking at Tobias. I feel like we want to add toughness. That's what Joel Embiid's been saying to the front office. They got guys like Patrick Beverley that they just picked up.
Mm-hmm.
And Tobias is a solid veteran. His contract's going to be huge coming off their books in 2 years. We could get some pieces out of that. I'd want to look for Ingram maybe in a trade. But Kyrie, I'm just not interested at all.
I'm right there with you. I don't want Kyrie anywhere near this team. I like what we've built so far. I think he would stint Tyrese Maxey. To your point, though, about Pat Bev, I've been interested in him for 2 years. I think he's actually going to get bought out. I don't really see a role for him there in Utah. Maybe they do trade him, but, if he gets bought out, I think the Sixers should be right at the top of that list. I would love him on this team.
Yeah, and honestly, people are talking about Eric Gordon. As long as we're looking at Utah, I think Clarkson's a more viable option for what that role would be.
Oh, yeah.
And as far as like the whole trade Maxey for Durant, because that's up in the air, I'd say no. Because the reason we want to add a wing is because we don't feel like we have depth there. We have depth at the center and at the guard. But our guard depth is Tyrese Maxey, beyond James Harden. That is our guard depth. We don't have Seth Curry anymore. We have Shake Milton. And I don't believe in him in the long term.
I agree. Now, I would be willing to throw Maxey in for a KD trade, but it would be tough. I think Maxey has a, upside. I think he has superstar potential. But, I don't even think KD's a possibility, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that doesn't seem too real. What do you think about Ingram?
I don't know. I don't know what New Orleans is doing. They just gave Zion a 5-year max, which I don't agree with because the guy's barely even played any games. I don't know. It's an interesting time in New Orleans. They have CJ McCollum now, Brandon Ingram, Zion. Maybe they're trying to go and win. Maybe they're not going to move anybody else, Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
It'll be interesting, man. But hey, appreciate the take.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, man. Shouts to all the callers, man. Giving the thoughts, bringing the heat, doing what they have to do. Smoke in the chat says, I believe in Shake. Blaine says, no for Irving. He's too unpredictable. I agree with that. The Jordan Clarkson thing's actually pretty interesting now that Utah, is in a different phase. We'll see if they trade Donovan Mitchell or not. If they do, maybe they're looking to sell pieces. We've needed a Jordan Clarkson off this bench for years. If he was available, I would definitely, I would look into it. But it would also probably be impossible financially because once again, we are restricted. We're restricted right now. So anyway, it's kind of how I'm feeling with it. To bring this back full circle to the James Harden thing, I think the James Harden thing will get done this week. Hopefully, it better, and we'll be covering it all as it goes down. But they're having the time of their life. They're at Ruben's paradise. Okay, they're having fun. Little babies there. Sixers ownership. They'll work it out. They'll work it out, man. They'll get it done. But yeah, I hope Harden agrees to the deal, and we get that out of the way, and then we look going forward. We look going forward, man. So anyway, that's where we're at. James Harden is the next domino to fall in terms of the contract extension. We'll see, what the actual terms are. Then we'll have more to really talk about and break down. And then we'll see, any other reports or rumors as to whether James Harden, or if anything's going to happen beyond James Harden. Will Tobias get moved? Will Thibault get moved? Is Daryl Morey still looking for Eric Gordon? We'll get updates on that. But if not, maybe this is where we're at. Maybe this is the final product going into next year. Then we have the young guys. The next couple days after tomorrow, we have the Summer League game. So it'll be exciting to watch Isaiah Joe and Paul Reed and Michael Foster and Julian Champagny and Tyler Bay and Cassius Winston. Like, these are dudes that could, potentially crack the rotation. So I'm excited to see what they can do, man. I'm excited to see what they can do. Shout out to all 440 in the chat. If you guys have not yet, go ahead and go over to Instagram. Follow us on there at Philly Take with RB. This is our page. We'll be doing a giveaway soon. Shout out to the members as well. We'll be doing a couple members giveaways soon. So shout out to the members for supporting. And follow me on Twitter as well at RB Philly Take. We'll keep you up to date on everything else over there. But man, shout out to everybody for coming through tonight, man. Hope everybody's enjoying their holiday weekend. James Harden, Kyrie Irving, bunch of stuff always going on in the NBA. It wouldn't be a Sixers off season if they weren't linked to another big name. But I think it's all smoke, man. But appreciate all the callers, all the takes, everybody tuning in. Keep supporting the channel. Hit the thumbs up button for your boy, man. We'll keep pumping out the shows. Be sure to subscribe, man. We're on that road to 24K. Hit that notification bell, man. You guys have a great 4th of July. Everybody be safe. And as always, man, if you're watching this on the second time around, we're also available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever else you get your shows, man. You guys have a great one. Hope everybody enjoys their night, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.